What's going on out there in YouTube land? Hope everybody's doing okay. Hope everybody's hanging in there. Sorry, just straightening up my little work area, if you will. Figured I'd come on here and throw up another video. See what the cards got to say. You never know. You never know. Let's see if we're going to get a new topic of conversation or if it's going to be along the lines of the couple videos that I uploaded the other day. One more. Still trying to rough these up. So 121, 122 on the clock, 123. Devil on the bottom before I cut it. Cut the devil out, or in essence devil energy, I should say. And we got the Ace of Swords. He cut the devil out and going with the truth. Damn. Eight of Wands with the Ten of Pentacles. Then we have the Chariot. Interesting. Well, it's the Ten of Pentacles came out in reverse. Okay. But the energy of the card that's what we follow, is the energy of the card, not whether it's in the upright or the reverse. And with me, depending on what's going on in the card is whether I'm going to take it in the upright or if I'm going to take it in the reverse as it comes out. And these two cards actually have scenes in them. We have the Eight of Wands, which in traditional tarots, 8 wands flying through the air. Only difference is like most times, I'm being drawn to this face right here, not the one facing you. This one. Look at on how that 3, 2, 1 legitimately on the clock. And shock and awe, that's you. Okay. Now, I'm going to say that this is somebody that you're dealing with right here with the back to you. Because with the Ten of Wands coming, or not the Ten of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles coming out, now I'm not going to sit here and say that everything's happy-go-lucky. I mean, after all, it did come out in reverse. So that has to mean something. But with the scene on the card, I'm feeling and looking at it as in a... Now, some of you are probably dealing with this person right now. Others of you, like myself, aren't dealing with anybody, currently speaking. But what that's telling me is that you're going to be dealing with somebody that is going to... I think the reason why it came out in reverse is simply because it's not going to look like a very big offer. It's going to be a small offer. It's going to be like, in essence, somebody putting their toes in the water. Nothing elongated, nothing King of Wands. Yeah. And I almost kind of feel like he's watching this, to be honest with you. If I have him in the upright, see, this is what I mean by the way he's looking. It's almost like he's looking at what's going on. You're holding your new beginning in your hand. And it's not the fact that, I'm going to say it's not the fact that you don't trust. I'm going to say it's the fact of, like me, you've been dragged through hell and back, and it may have taken you a time or two, or 3 or 4, or 5 or 6. But you understand that people's actions speak a hell of a lot louder than their words do. And I think that's why that King of Wands is right there. Yeah. Queen of Pentacles, or the Queen of Cups. Yeah, exactly what I was just fucking saying. The King of Wands in the reverse, followed by the Queen of Cups. You know what that tells me? You know your worth. You ain't, not saying you're not going to jump in, but you're not going to jump in blindfolded anymore. You're going to ask a couple questions, you're going to go meet a couple people, and you're going to look at a couple buildings. And you're going to look at a couple rooms. Like you're going to test drive the car before you just sit there and say, gee, that looks like a good deal. Because because that's what I'm getting. Whoever is at the other end of the table, they're scared. They're like, no, they would prefer to stay in their comfy zone and bitch, piss, and moan about every little thing. So just let them. They don't know what they want. The other two people. 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, you're no longer holding on to shit. Straight up, you're no longer holding on to shit. You're looking towards the future. You're like, it is what it is. Either they're going to stick around or they're not going to stick around. Your life is not changing unless you say it is. So we have the 7 of Wands. Yeah, see the 7 of Wands, you're having to, in the upright, you're having to use your light to fiend off the foul creatures of the darkness. In the reverse, you don't give a fuck. You're letting everybody do them over there. Plain and simple. Temperance in reverse. Exactly. You see all the unbalancedness. And ironically enough, we have temperance in, well, that's just the way I picked up the deck, but we have temperance on the bottom of the deck. So yeah, no, so far, I mean, I'm going to say the 4 of Pentacles and the 7 of Wands in reverse, both of them in reverse, is you just setting up your boundaries. You're not being so defensive. You're not sitting there and going, oh, people. You know, you're just sitting there just, oh, okay, hey, what's up? You're just being your normal self with not a care in the damn world. Because we understand duality. We understand that shadow is part of us. We have to actually embrace it. I need to make a video on that. Ace of Cups. In the reverse. What did I say? You're not saying no. That Queen of Cups is in the upright. You're I mean, you're sitting there, you're sitting pretty, you're just, excuse me, you want to, you're not going to be egotistical, but you're going to sit there and shit ain't going to go the way that they think it's going to go. Phoenix rising, the sun. What did I tell you? You know your worth. That's my worth card. You know your worth. You're a Phoenix rising. You've already been taken through hell. The Nine of Wands just showed itself. There's no reason for a wounded warrior. 11:11 on the clock when I just looked up. We got the Hangman in reverse. The reason why it's in reverse, you've already got all your knowledge. You've already got all the knowledge, all the wisdom, as far as this end of it goes. As far as being able to sit there and look at somebody or look at a situation and go, yeah, no. Basically, I mean, quite in all honesty, you're getting that good. You're getting that good. The world, because you're starting a new cycle. Yes, you is. Yes, you is. Yes, you is. Yes, you is. You are starting a new cycle. God damn. Sorry about that, guys. You are on the hunt for your Ten of Cups, because what you had did not give you shit. Yeah, the world. And look, Six of Cups. Or not Six of Cups. Why am I always wanting to call this fucker the Six of Cups? Seriously. You may be dealing with somebody in your past. You may be dealing with somebody from a past life. There's a number of things. Six of Cups, Eight of Cups, yeah. Or Page of Cups, Eight of Cups. You're walking away singing in a happy tune. You know you stand out, but guess what? That's how you are. Because look at that. You got the Wheel and the Nine of Wands. There's no reason for you're starting a new cycle. You're out of your wounded warrior energy. It's in the upright, but you're out of your wounded warrior energy. It's in the upright because just because you're out of your wounded warrior energy doesn't mean that you don't still have scars. So let's get a couple more for Ten of Pentacles. Literally. Yeah, that's what you're on the hunt for, and I think that's what that person with the back to us is going to lead you to or help you get. Am I taking these? Hold on. There we go. There we go. Okay, that makes sense. That's what they want me to do. Okay. We got the Queen of Swords in reverse, followed by, with the Ten of Pentacles. You're looking at the whole situation. You're holding your sword of truth, so that's neither here nor there. And it's not so much that you're wanting something fast. It's just, I'm going to consider this like your version of speed dating. Seriously, I am. Whether you're shopping around for a new job, whether you're shopping around for a new maid, whether you meet somebody that's going to become a maid, whether you meet somebody that's going to give you an opportunity to make some money, whatever the fucking case may be, it's going to sit here. It's coming in fast. It's coming in hard. No pun intended. And when it comes in, it's going to help lead you. And see, the Knight of Swords is moving, is literally going back to the first pile. So yeah, no, it's you're gonna know. This person is going to check all the right boxes for the women out there, unless you're gay or bi, men or women, it don't fucking matter. I don't give two fucks in the wind on what the hell you do behind closed doors. Oh, I'll be so glad when I get to move the fuck up out of this shithole. Oh, God. Anyway, you take that as a sign if you want to. I take it as my neighbors being douchebags. Five of Swords. It's almost like you're making sure that it's not so much you're sitting here being nitpicky over red flags. It's just the world twice in one pile. Come on, people. The Hierophant, Ten of Wands. You're not listening to nobody because you ain't carrying shit. Literally. You ain't listening to nobody because you ain't carrying shit. You know, it's to the point of you're going to stand your ground, you're going to sit there, and you're going to, this person's going to sit there and, I mean, from what these cards say, this person's going to be the bee's knees. This person's like going to be like with me. I'm not saying that, in essence, a woman has to be a die-hard metalhead, a die-hard deathcore fan like I am. No, it'd be nice, yes. But what I'm saying is you got to bring something to the table that I can work with to bridge that gap. That's what we're talking about here. We're not talking because we don't want a spitting image of us. Because if you're too similar, it's going to get boring. You want that back and forth. So, they need to be different than you, yes. But they need to have the same essence, the same morals, the same moral value, moral fiber, And this 1911, and this is what this is saying. It's just, you're not going to sit here and, like, you may jump, but first you're going to be like, hey, before we do this, I want to see this, 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 and this. I want to know for a fact that all this stuff is done. There ain't nothing wrong with that. That's just covering your ass. So, this one's going to be an interesting one to title, because normally by now I have a title in my head, but this one I don't. So, We'll figure it out, but until next time, peeps, namaste.